In this session, we'll be discussing how to set up and edit the company advertising methods function under the corporate settings. In order to do this, click on settings in the top left-hand corner. This will take you to the list of corporate settings page, and you'll see that a few lines down there's company advertising methods. Click on it. And you'll see here that in our tutorial we have a couple different types of company advertising methods listed here. And it says up top that we have one inactive advertising method. If we click on this box, it will show any inactive advertising methods that were created prior to you setting up or editing a new one. We can see here through our quick reference table that it tells us if there's any text entry, the cost of the advertising method, the cost type, and if the advertising method is shown on a customer site. And so that gives us kind of a quick reference as to what we're working with or what we have. And if we would like to create a new advertising method, if we go to the top right hand corner and click on this button, it'll take us to this template. And note that as we populate the template according to our own will, we'll create a new advertising method. Now what this company advertising method does is it allows you to track the success or the failure of each of your advertising methods. Say for example you had an ad in the Yellow Pages and you paid $500 per month for that ad, and maybe when you had a customer filling out a loan application they said that they heard about you through the Yellow Pages. And say in 1 month's period of time there was only one customer who told you that. You would be able to see that one customer cost you $500. And so as you kind of set this company advertising method up to show you how your different advertising methods are working, it makes it a lot easier for you to track and see the traffic of whatever advertising method you're using. And likewise, that enables you to be more effective, to waste less money, and to save more money, all by tracking the success of your different advertising methods. For the name of this test one, or this sample method, let's name it effective advertising. And when it asks if we would like to allow text entry, we'll say yes. And let's say the cost that we have set up for the advertising method is $2. And we can choose the cost type to be monthly, yearly, for each time the advertising method is displayed, or one time. And we'll go ahead and we'll say that it is yearly. Note that by default the next two boxes are checked as active and checked as shown on a customer site. You can simply deactivate it by unchecking this box, and you can choose to not display on a customer site by unchecking this box. Once you're content with what you are working on, go ahead and click Create. And you'll see at the bottom of our list here that we are working with effective advertising. It tells us if text entry is available, it tells us the cost of it, tells us our cost type is yearly, and that it is in fact shown on a customer site. If for any reason you should decide to edit or delete this advertising method, you can edit it by clicking on the pencil icon, and you can delete it by clicking on the red X. Let's say we notice that something doesn't quite make sense with the advertising method we just made. For example, the cost is only $2 and the cost type is yearly. And we know that that doesn't really make sense for what we want to deal with. We'll go ahead and click on the pencil icon to edit. And we'll establish that, yeah, we wanted $2, but that actually made more sense for each time or for each click. Each time the advertising method was used, it cost us $2, which is a pretty low cost, but it makes a lot more sense than it does for yearly. We'll go ahead and edit it to that, make sure that everything else is how we want it to be, and click on Update. And you'll see that the effective advertising method is now changed. Instead of yearly, it says for each. This concludes our session on how to create a new advertising method. If you have any other questions, please view our other tutorials or please contact our support team. Thank you for watching.